Greetings to those at the National Clubhouse Conference. Magnolia Clubhouse brings you this special report. We hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Roel from Magnolia Clubhouse. Today I'm interviewing Bob Spada, former Republican member of the Ohio Senate. He represented the 24th District of the U.S. state of Ohio from 1999 to 2008, and he also serves as member of the Magnolia Clubhouse Advisory Board. Bob, tell us how you got involved with the mental health world.
Well, thank you, Ralph, for the question, and I thank Magnolia Clubhouse here in Cleveland, Ohio, for the opportunity to be here today. I first got involved with mental illness issues when I got a phone call about my son who was in the hospital, and that led me to this wonderful world of mental illness and all of the related issues. And I'm proud to say that I've grabbed it by the horns and tried to do what I can to help my son and to help other people with issues of mental illness.
What is the best way to arrange a visit with your legislator?
The best way to get a hold of your representative, whether it be a federal representative or a state representative, is to call their office and see if you can talk to somebody and explain what your needs are and that you do want to come and visit that person individually. Sometimes you may not be able to see that representative or senator, but the chances are that you will be able to see a staff person if you don't get to see that individual. It's obviously easier to see a state representative or a state senator than it is to see a federal representative, just because they represent so many more people. In doing so, you should follow through and explain why you're there, educate and advocate for, in this case, your clubhouse, and see what they can do to help your clubhouse.
Once we are at this scheduled meeting, how should we introduce our message? Are there any particular words or ideas to gain their interest and attention?
I would approach any meeting as comfortably as I can. I think you should be at ease. You should explain, again, what you feel strong about. The thing that resonates in most interviews and in most meetings is sincerity and emotional involvement in the program you're involved with, why you're involved, in this case with the clubhouse, what the clubhouse does for you. If you are meeting with somebody who does not have awareness of your clubhouse and what the challenges and focus of the clubhouse is, you need to explain that. Most advocacy or lobbying is first about educating the person you're meeting with. If you educate the recipient of your words, then they're more likely to understand what you're doing, they're more likely to come and visit you, and they're more likely to try and help you in whatever way they can.
How much time should we expect for a scheduled meeting?
Most representatives and senators have busy schedules, and from my experience, our meetings were usually 15 minutes. Sometimes, if schedules permit, they could be longer, but you should try to introduce yourself, introduce your program, and introduce the main focus of why you're there. Do you want this individual to come and visit your clubhouse? Are you looking for dollars because you have an expansion? When I first met Lori D'Angelo, she came into my office and explained that what the clubhouse was doing, and mentioned that there was a need for some funding because of an expansion to put on a nice addition to hold a kitchen. So that was a twofold meeting, to explain what the clubhouse was doing and also to ask if there was some way possible that I could assist in some of that fundraising.
Who from the clubhouse should go?
I would suggest having no more than 4 people in the meeting. Think again about the time frame. If you're looking at a 15-minute meeting, if you bring 12 people and they all want to introduce themselves, that may take half of your 15-minute time frame. If you bring 2 or 4 people, and I would say, a staff person, a member, if you're just bringing 2, if you're bringing more, then that's up to you as to how you want to do it. But somebody who can articulate what the clubhouse is doing and what the needs of the clubhouse are, and just how you're helping constituents of that representative or senator.
What should we ask? Is it reasonable to ask the legislator to visit our clubhouse?
I think it's very important to ask individuals that represent you. And again, who's going to show up at that meeting are constituents of that representative or senator. They should understand, the representative or senator should understand that these are their constituents. These are the individuals that they represent, and they should in turn be receptive and want to help.
Can you think of any other ways to have the legislator become allied with our mission?
No. Read that question again.
Sure. Can you think of any other ways to achieve our goal of having a legislator become allied with our mission?
The best way to get an elected official engaged in what you're doing is explain to them how important your mission is, how many people you serve, how many people need to be served that are not being served currently. Invite them to have a first-hand view of what the clubhouse does, and experience it for themselves. I think when you see how many people are being helped, and you understand how many more people could be served but are not because of capacity issues or other issues, then they would become an ally and be more interested in helping your clubhouse to achieve the goals that it has, and maybe funding or expansion or whatever else is on the top of your priority list that day.
Are there any other questions you might add?
Well, there's some answers I might add. One of the things that I always say to people as president of the National Alliance on Mental Illness for Ohio, one of my things that I would say at every board meeting is friends help friends. In this case, you're talking to legislators, you're talking to, again, senators or representatives or other public officials maybe that may be interested in the clubhouse movement, may be interested in what you're doing to help other individuals. If you can make people your friends, they're more likely to come to your assistance. And that's one of the things that I strongly recommend when I give speeches, when I talk to different groups about lobbying or advocating. It's first educate and try and make these individuals friends of the clubhouse.
Thank you, Bob, for all those insightful answers. Thank you.
Nice to see you. Thank you.